Should I buy or rent in Sydney? Which one is better, buying a property or renting a property? Today we're gonna go through the pros and cons of both. The pros of renting a property is you will keep your savings into your pocket. Yes, because there is a higher barrier entrance to buy the first property, which is the deposit. The pros of renting a property in Sydney is the flexibility. You have the flexibility to move everywhere you want. If you change job or you got bored of a certain location. When I used to rent all the time, I used to change my location all the time. One, because it was close to my work, and two, because I wanted to change some lifestyle. So you can move next to a new town or you can move next to the beach. So you have more flexibility when you're renting. Pros number 3 of renting is the cost. Can be much cheaper instead of buying one. If I'm talking about the top eastern suburbs where only wealthy people or people with a certain amount of income can buy a property there, but if you cannot afford to buy, but you want to live the lifestyle in the area, you can still rent it there. Of course, these depend where you do want to live. I can easily rent a room close to Sydney Opera House for $300-400 per week, but buying the property close to Sydney Opera House, it's a different story. And another pros of renting a property is you will be avoiding maintenance cost and the repairs and the plumber and the electrician, and you fix this and you fix the fridge. A lot of things are going on when you own in a property. But when you're renting, you just pay the rent. So now we move to the cons, the negative of renting, which is you've never really owned the place. It's never really gonna be yours. Doesn't matter how long you will live in there, the reality is not yours. You are renting it. And you can have sometimes the manager, they ask to come in every couple of months to check, or the landlord want to come in and see what's going on, do inspection. You need to organize time, you need to leave your own place, your own house, to organize time to get the landlord coming in. So it can be a little bit annoying. Another negative, another cons of renting a property is you cannot do any cosmetic renovation. If you want to personalize your room and maybe you want to put something on the wall, or you want to create a window, or you want to knock out the wall, or you want to do something to the bathroom, into the kitchen, you can't do it because it's not yours. Another negative of renting is the consistent raising cost all around the country of renting. They keep going up. Yes, it's true, you can always change and move somewhere else, but if you want to stick to a certain suburbs, that's the average cost. Another negative of renting is you are not building equity. The equity is what you paid off to the bank in order for you to own a property. The problem is you're paying rent, you're not paying mortgage, so you're not building your equity. And the next cons is you are not building credit. Credit is a system that the banks and the government will track how much are you paying off. And more your credit score is higher, means you show that you always paid on time, more your borrowing capacity in the long run will increase. So you are while you're paying off your mortgage, you're building equity, you're building credit at the same time. When you're renting, you're doing none of them. Now we go through the pros and cons of buying a property. So the benefit of owning a property, you actually building equity. It means you buying a property for a certain price, okay? And you slowly paying off the bank, but the property value, of course, the right property that you choose tend to double and increase in value every 7 to 10 years. Tend to double. So while the property value will go up, the level of mortgage will decrease because you're paying off. So that's one in the middle is the equity, is the how much you paid off. So you are building equity. Next one, you are building the credit. You are showing to the bank that you're paying off every month, every week, how often, it doesn't matter how often you pay. So you are building a good credit score, and banks in the future, they are willing to borrow you more money because you have a healthy credit score to do anything you want. You want to buy another property, or maybe you want to buy a car. So they look at you as a good person to borrow money to. The benefit of owning your own home, you have control of the space. You can do whatever you want. You own it. It's yours. You want to knock down the wall, you want to create space. You want to add an extra level, you want to increase the value. You want to upgrade the kitchen, you want to upgrade the bathroom, you want to add an extra bathroom and increase the level of the property. You can play around, not only from a financial perspective, but from a cosmetic renovation perspective, and make it the way you like it. So now what's the cons, what's the negative of buying a property? Number one is you are paying quite a bit of money up front. Of course, depend how much deposit, 5%, 10%, 20%, depend how much money down you're putting. So all your savings will go away because you all put your money into an asset. You don't have much liquidity. Next one is the next cons is maintenance and repairs costs. They come all the time. You need to fix this, and the electricity, and the fridge, and the wall, and the strata board, and the building a pest, and the builder. A lot of costs that they can pop up. They can be a little bit annoying, especially the first time. Cons number 3 is the regular fees, is the taxes, is the fees, is the insurances. They all come consistently when you own a property. So what's the summary after this? My opinion, if you get a chance to get a good, healthy borrowing capacity, but you cannot afford in a certain location that you do want to live, I suggest you to get the approach of rent vesting. You rent where you would love to live as a lifestyle, but you invest somewhere else that you maybe can afford. The right location, of course, make sure you select the right property that will grow, and you will start at the same time building equity and a credit score. And in the meantime, you will build it, and you will buy the second and the third and fourth, until one day maybe you want to buy your dream home that you want to live in there. Or maybe just keep rent vesting and build your portfolio. The answer is depend on your personal financial situation. Push a like button, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Boom.